G'day guys, Christopher here, the artist behind Aartadventure. Today I'm going to be doing a 3-marker challenge. It's something that I've never done before on my channel, and actually I've just never done a 3-marker challenge before at all. And I'm also going to create an original character, something that I almost never do as well. So, wish me luck. A lot of firsts there. I'm going to be doing this piece of art in my A4 Moleskine sketchbook. And I'm also going to be bending the rules maybe a little bit by using white and black. So I don't know, like outliner pens. So I don't know if that's breaking the rules for you. If it is, you may as well tune out now because I'm going to be doing it. So I also use the colorless blender from the COpic Markers set as well. And then the 3 markers. Okay, so if that's something that interests you, stay tuned and let's go on an art adventure. Okay, so let's throw this cloth over the top so I can't see what I'm picking. I'll reach under and I'll mix them around and then grab one. Or I should say I'll grab 3. Okay, I have my first marker. I should also say if the marker is dead or dry, I reserve the right to choose another one. It is R01 Pinkish Vanilla. Okay, R01 Pinkish Vanilla is the first marker. Now for the second. I'm hoping I'll get at least one bright color, but I have a lot of greys and dull tones. Alright, next up, Y28 Lionette Gold. I love that color actually, but I don't know if it's prickly. Alright, let's go. Wish me luck. Last one. It's bright. YG06, yellowish green. So guys, I'm gonna be truthful here. I just tested out the markers and YG06 is dead. So I'm just gonna go with my next closest, which is just one number away actually, YG07, which is acid green, not yellowish green. It's a shame, I really like the yellowish green a little bit more, but close enough, and I hope that you understand. So let's go on an art adventure with these 3 markers. So I start with some thumbnails. If you've never done that before, I really recommend doing it. I first draw a punk girl with a mohawk and then some cacti and a spiky stegosaurus, and then I combine those ideas together and changed a little bit. I placed the punk girl in a scene where she's standing in front of a bunch of cacti, and instead of being with the stegosaurus, she's cupping a spiky little hedgehog. Maybe she's gone to the Hedgehog Cafe in Tokyo or one of the other ones around the world. I've also, of course, given her a mohawk, so her hair is kind of spiky. She has long kind of spiky eyelashes, and I've made her body quite angular in a bunch of places as well. So all of that gives a sense of the prompt word for today, prickly. And of course the cacti in the background are super prickly and the hedgehog is full of spikes. I find it difficult to create my own characters and to draw without references. I did look at some online images of people holding things, but this one's pretty much just done on my own. Oh, also my coffee cup that I got has some cacti on it. When I visited the Grand Canyon, I picked up one from Arizona from Starbucks that has a whole bunch of cacti on it. So I was inspired by that as well. But still, it's a really different thing to work from your own mind rather than from references, and it's really quite challenging. It takes, for me anyway, a bunch of practice, and I'm still learning. You can see I kind of fail with her hands, particularly the fingers. They just don't come out quite right. The angle that she's holding the hands at is just really tough, and I was just taking enough time as it was, so I just went with what I had in the end and then focused on making the little hedgehog cute, and I think I did a great job of that. He's so, or she's so chubby and just really cute, and I really love how it came out. The hedgehog's probably my favorite thing about the whole scene. The moment I start using R01 Pinkish Vanilla, I realized that this marker is almost dead too, but I decided to just roll with it. I'd already laid down a little bit of the color, and I thought maybe I'll be able to get just enough color out. And I sort of do, but there's a lot of scratchy tones that go in down on the page. And it's a bit of a shame, but I make do the best that I can, and it's just lucky that I decided to have some bright highlights, and I also used the colorless blender and the tip-to-tip method quite a bit to do the best that I can, as well as later on you'll see that I go back over quite a bit of her skin tone, trying to even things out. And speaking of her, I've decided to call her Opuntia. It's one of the common names for the prickly pear cactus, which I think is quite fitting for both this theme word and also the fact that she's a punk. So she is Opuntia the punk, and she's holding her little hedgehog, which I've decided to call Sabra. And Sabra is another common name for the prickly pear cactus that's used sometimes. So we've got Opuntia the punk and Sabra the hedgehog, and they're the best of friends, and you can even see that Sabra's got a little spiky heart of love, probably because Opuntia keeps on overfeeding Sabra so much, making her very chubby. And you can see now that that second and third layer of the pinkish vanilla is starting to help things come together a little bit. And I really like the punching color of the acid green. I throw in a bit of it into her hair and mix it in with the Lionette Gold, which is such a great color. I think it was only more recently released by COpic, and so if you love COpic markers and you're curious about what colors to get next, I really love the Lionette Gold. Actually, I've used all of these colors quite a bit, and obviously you can see the pinkish vanilla has basically run out, so I need to get a refill for that one as well. And it's a really wonderful color as well. I don't usually use it for the majority of flesh, but I'll use it for blush and lips and some highlight parts. And I did a piece once that had a lot of roses in it, and I used it in a lot of the highlights for the roses, so I think that's used up a lot of my pinkish vanilla. This is where things start to come together, of course, because I go in with the line work. At first I start to use a Bimoji Fude brush pen by Kuretake, but I was already a few hours in by this stage, and I found it difficult to control that brush pen without a lot of concentration. And I've just gotten so addicted to using the Zebra Zensation brush pens throughout this Inktober journey, and I knew that I'd be able to control them far easier, so I switched to using them, and it sped things up so much, and I love those Zebra Zensation liner pens so much. They're fantastic. I also go into the background and make that jet black, which really, I think, helps to punch out the contrast and really bring that green to its best quality. So that's basically it for this piece. Opuntia and Sabra the hedgehog are having a great time out with a bunch of cacti somewhere, maybe in a desert. And hopefully you've enjoyed this Inktober art adventure for day 25 and the prompt word prickly. I hopefully will see you guys tomorrow for the prompt word stretch on day 26. I've got a busy day with a lot of things going on, so I'll do my best to also get something out for that as well. This one ended up taking forever. I put maybe 4 or 5 hours into it, which is weird. It doesn't probably look like it, but trying to create an original piece and working with COpic markers takes way longer than you expect it to do. Okay, that's it for today. Bye.